It feels so good to be back. But we're not going to talk about that today. Today we're just going to do a little work on my van build and kind of hang out together. I just want to welcome you all to the nomadic lifestyle of a van dweller and his companion, where every day is an adventure and most days will school you in the art of being as independent as you possibly can be these days. Today we're headed down to the desert where we're going to be doing some work on my van build to make things a little bit more convenient for myself. I want to thank you all for coming along with little Jax and myself. But now let's get down to where we're going. Let's go. Hi, my name's Dennis and welcome to LifeForce Unleashed. If you're interested in van life, bushcraft, or off-grid living, you've come to the right place. Welcome. You know, the thing about building out a van, I don't think the project is ever really done. I mean, there's always little things that you can do. There's always little adjustments that you can do to make your van a little bit more comfortable. And today is a project long overdue. It's not that big of a project, but it is kind of a pain in the butt. And the reason being is because the two hardest things, in my opinion, to actually upgrade in your van is wiring and the bed. As you can see, I got all my bedding off of my bed, which, you know, is probably a good thing. It gets it all cleaned up and, you know, a little fresh air to it. You know, it makes it all smell good. But today we're going to remove the bed because I have some stuff I want to do to make my build a little bit more convenient for me. So let's get started on this. Oh, trying to remove this bed is sometimes a pain. All right, well, here's what we got going today. So we just got the mattress off, and as you can see, I have absolutely no mold in here at all. I've used it for 3 years up in the Midwest where it was super cold during the winter, and then down here down west, you know, it's of course dry and arid, but there is absolutely no problem with mold at all. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is, this really kind of sucks, because if I want to access underneath my bed, I got this piece of plywood right here, so it keeps it lifted up, because otherwise it's like next to impossible to get this board up when it's down. So when I lift it up, I can access everything underneath my bed. So what I want to do today is I'm going to put like a little hand grab place right here, cut that out so that way I can just reach in here and lift it up. And then over here, underneath this side of the bed, I have my electronics on that far side right over there, and don't really have anything to access right here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut this piece of plywood down here, because there's a 2x4 underneath here. So I think I'm going to cut the piece of plywood down right there, so when I lift this side up, I don't have to bother the side where the electronics are. So we don't ever have to worry about anything falling in there. Not that I really ever have that problem anyway. Just as a safety precaution, I want to leave that piece in place so if I ever lift that up, nothing can actually fall into the electronical area of the van. So let's get going. We're going to cut this up and we're going to put some handles in the boards today, and we're going to make this build just a little bit more convenient. Now I have to figure out where I want to put my handle at. So the easiest place for me to grab this and lift this bed up is probably going to be right here. So I think I'm going to put the handle right here. Make sure it's big enough to fit my hand. It should be big enough there. I think that should do it. And then over here, like I said, I wanted to make sure my electronics are all underneath this part of the van right here. So what I want to do is I want to make this area accessible, but I want to be able to leave this area staying put so nothing falls in or drops into the electronical compartment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually cut this plywood going this way, so that way when I lift this up, I'm not bothering anything underneath where the electrical is. Now if I lift this up, I can show you. My frame is made out of 2x4s for the bed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut along on top of that 2x4 so it'll rest on the 2x4, both sides will. So I'm going to cut right down the middle where that 2x4 is. And we're just going to mark it with pencil and we should be good to go. We'll take it outside and we'll get it cut. Alright, so far so good. You know what? I made that look easy, didn't I? All right, maybe you can see it's a little better out here. All right, there's my line. I'm going to cut it right straight down there. This part over here will be covering the electronics in the van. And then I'm going to put a notch in here for a handle so I can lift this up a little bit easier. All right, let's get cutting. Now I'm gonna take some sandpaper because I want to sand down those edges so I don't get a splinter. All right, that's not the best job in the whole wide world, but it's gonna work for what I need. All right, let's cut this piece of plywood in half. Easy peasy. Now that I have that all cut, now I'll just take and I'll sand down those edges right there, so that way there's no, chance of getting a splinter. There, that pretty much takes care of that. We got that all sanded down. That way we don't get any pokey pokies in us. And that piece is all done. Done. Let's go put it in. Oh yeah, it's going to be a whole lot better. Not have to worry about lifting it up and anything falling down inside of there with all the electronics. So that makes it a whole lot better. All right, time to get the other piece out so we can put the handle in here so we can not have a problem with inconvenience. All right, time to get the other one done. This one we're just going to cut out a handle. One of the tools that I have found just about to be invaluable out here is a good set of Leatherman. I got this one from Renogy when I ordered my solar panels, and I'll tell you what, it's not too bad. I mean, it's not the best on the market, but it does the job. Right now, I'm going to go for the little cutting saw because we're going to trim up some of those little excess pieces in there. Perfect, just the way I need it. Perfect. That's going to make it so much more easier to lift that up and get underneath there. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. And then when I lift up this side, then I can get underneath there. And I don't have to worry about dropping anything down into the electrical area. All right, time to get it put back together. Okay, this is the fun part. Oh, this part's always the worst. Okay. Oh, there. This is going to work so much more easier. Oh, I can just reach in there and I can lift them up now. Oh, that makes it a lot more convenient. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. And I don't know if all of you know what kind of mattress I have in here. This is called a trucker's mattress. And this thing has absolutely been incredible. I mean, this has probably got to be one of the most comfortablest night's sleep I've had over the course of the years that I've been in the van. And I'll leave a link down below if you want to check it out. But this mattress has held up really well, and it is always comfy. I mean, you have to flip it every once in a while, you know, because when you're sitting on the edge of the bed, it'll flatten it down a little bit. But that's not a big deal because all you have to do is flip it, and it's back to being fine again. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this mattress. You know, this is something that you ought to check out. If you're looking at putting a mattress in your van, this one might be a good one to take a look at. I highly recommend it. I really can't say anything bad about it at all. Awesome mattress. All right, this is the thing that I hate doing the most, which is making the bed. So what I do in my bed is I put down a sheet over the mattress, and that is to protect the mattress. I don't know if it needs it or not, but I put it on there. This does not look like it'd be a whole lot of fun to watch. So, since you've all seen a bed being made before, you know, it kind of equates to something like watching paint dry. So I'll tell you what, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let my clone finish making the bed here, and I'm going to take you all outside and show you a new visitor we have in camp. So let's go take a look. Oh, look at that guy. Holy Moses. Found a new little buddy. Oh, he's cruising. Oh, he's a big one. He's bigger than the last one. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Yeah, he's coming towards me. Yep, just some of the cool wildlife here in the desert. Wow, look at him go. Man, he's a cruising, ain't he? Old Jax, he wants to get over here and see him. Come here, little Jax. Oh, you say hi to everybody. Yeah. Man, I love that little guy. You know, at least he's always having a good day. There, our bed's all nicely made. Oh, that was a workout. Oh my gosh. Hello, buddy. What are you doing? Hi. Oh, I know. We'll go for a walk in a little bit. You're just enjoying it out here, aren't you? Yeah. But yeah, making your bed in the van, oh, that's a heck of a cardio. You know, because there's not a whole lot of space and the bed goes from wall to wall, so I don't have a whole lot of wiggle room in there. So that was what I had to do for a project in the van today. I've been wanting to do that for quite a while. I just haven't had the opportunity to do it. And today seemed like a really good time to bring you all along with me to do it. Yeah, like I said, you know, a van build is never really done because once you get into your van or once you get into whatever you're gonna live in, you know, there are gonna be things that you're going to want to do that are going to help improve your comfort. So henceforth, it's probably never done. Oh, take a little Jaxer out for a walk. I mean, out here, we're out here in California right now. And this place is just, well, I've said it before, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you can't hardly beat this. And a place to be able to work on your rig, there is hardly anybody around here at all. And you got all the space in the whole wide world. So that really makes it easy to work on stuff. And we got some other projects that we're gonna do too. And a couple more 12-volt USB plugs I want to install in the van so that way I can, well, plug more stuff in. So we're going to be tackling some of the electrical coming up in a video real quick. Got to kind of hide back here out of the wind. It's kind of windy and breezy today and I don't want that to interfere with the microphone. Yep, had to check, make sure it was still on. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's video. I just want to tell you all, thank you so much for taking your time to stop by my channel today and watch this video. It means the world to me and I greatly appreciate it. And until Jax and I see you again, I hope you all have an absolutely amazing day. Later.